Hey, good morning and Happy New Year. It's Michelle here, your business mastery mentor for Coffee and Biz Chat. Today, Monday morning. Wowzers, what a day. And I'm sitting here in my home office, looking out my window, watching this beautiful sunrise we've been given today. If you have a chance to pop out your window right now, take a look and see this beautiful sunrise, or if you're watching the replay and you saw it, let me know. Put hashtag replay in the comments. So if you're here today watching live, sharing a cup of coffee and a little business building nugget with me today, say hi. And if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know. So the big question today is, are you a sprinter or are you a marathon runner in business? Let me take a sip and I'll tell you what that means. So are you a sprinter or are you a marathon runner? You know what? There is nothing I have found than being a woman in business, being a successful six-figured entrepreneur, where it really it really slaps you around a little bit. There's nothing more to give you a self-awareness wake-up call to identify who you are as a woman, who you are as a person, and who you are as a business owner than running your own business and wanting to grow it and scale it, wanting to pivot and go digital and international, all of those things. So one of the biggest questions I ask my clients when we do our private business intensive days, or maybe they're working with me on the Achieve program, is, are you a sprinter in your business or are you a marathon runner? Because it's really important to identify who you are as a business owner. And it's okay to be either one, but you just need to know who you are. And it's like that, Mufasa moment. Remember who you are, Simba. So you really need to know who you are as a business owner. Are you a sprinter or a marathon runner? So what does that even mean? It simply means, are you a person who wants to go hard really fast, do everything you possibly can, work really hard, put the blinders on, that's all you do, for about 5 or 6 weeks before you come up for air and go, okay, I've sprinted, I've crushed my goals, I've made things happen, but now you need a rest. So if you're a go hard type of person, I have a tendency to be a go hard type of person myself. So if you're a go hard type of person, a sprinter, I call you in business, where you want to sprint forward, crush your goals fast, get things done, make sure your ROI is coming back hard and fast at you as well. You need to identify what your sprint cycle is. Because if you don't identify what your sprint cycle is, it will lead to burnout. You cannot, realistically, when you're in business, you have to play the long game. But you can play the long game in multiple sprints and periods of rejuvenation. Another sprint, and then another period of rejuvenation. So you can play the long game that way, or you can play the long game one methodical, strategic step at a time, like a marathon runner does. So no one's ever sprinted 26 miles. Do you know anybody? If you know anybody who sprinted 26 miles, is that the length of a marathon? Let me know. So I'm hoping to see your comments this morning, if Facebook will let me. And good morning, April. So April, are you a sprinter or are you a marathon runner? So it's really, really important to identify if you're a sprinter and you go hard and go home and want to crush it, that you know what your sprint cycle is. I personally have a sprint cycle of about 5 weeks. I can sprint really hard when I'm launching a new program or developing a new concept, or even I sprint really hard for about 5 weeks before my VIP membership community reopens again. So I'm almost at the sprint stage now because we're reopening on February 1st. So I have about a 5-week sprint cycle where I can sprint, I can get a ton of stuff done. I am all in sprinting in my business, taking very little breaks, maybe sprinting through the weekends because it's sprint time. And I know it's sprint time in my business. But in week 6, I need rejuvenation time, which means taking the entire week off. Not seeing clients, not developing new programs, but resting. Because you cannot, this is a long game. You can have a 5-week sprint and then a week of rest. And then you can do another 5-week sprint and another week of rest. Why do you need that week of rest? Why can't you sprint all the way through? Because business owner burnout is a real thing. And you will burn out. And you'll be like this fantastic 5-week firework. And then it fizzles into the darkness again. So make sure that your self-awareness is very high going into 2022. Who are you? Are you a sprinter like I am, the 5-week sprint and then a week of rejuvenation? Or are you the marathon runner where you're like, okay, I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to set my, solid hours of operation. I'm going to make sure I take my weekends off. I won't work evenings. And you're very aware that it is one calculated step in front of the other, but consistently, it doesn't stop. It's nice and steady and slow, and you're keeping your heart rate low, just like a marathon runner runs a marathon. Nice, consistent, find your rhythm, and stay there for a long period of time. So the big question is that if you're naturally designed to be a marathon runner, you won't be able to sprint. And if you're naturally designed to be a sprinter, you won't be able to run a marathon. So it's really important today, ladies, as we start this new year, 2022, is step back and look at yourself as a business owner, as a woman in business who wants to scale and grow, and you're continually looking to be better, do better, and have more success, time freedom, and more profits. And of course, more joy that comes from that. Then identifying who you are as a person at the very beginning of the year. This is why I'm starting Coffee Chat at the very beginning of the year with a self-awareness piece. Who are you? Are you the sprinter or are you the marathon runner? And then you cultivate your launch, you cultivate your action plan for the year around who you are as a person. So tell me, who are you? Who are you? Put it in the comments below. Are you a sprinter? And what's your sprint cycle? Have you figured that out yet? Because you got to figure that out so you can stop sprinting before you reach the brink of burnout and become that firework that just fades away. Or are you the marathon runner where slow and steady wins the race? I want to hear from you. Let me know. And for those of you who are interested in finding out more about the VIP community that I keep talking about, and I keep showcasing some amazing ladies in my VIP community, we are opening the doors February 1st again for our first intake of 2022. We only open it twice a year, February and September. And why? Sure, you can run a business by yourself if you want. Absolutely, you can. You've probably got to have everything you need to do what it takes to scale and grow your business to 6 and 7 figures that you want. But it's so much better and so much more fun and so much easier if you have a community around you that supports you in the process. That's what the WOW VIP community is about. So check that out on my website, wowwomeninbusiness.com/join. And you'll see what $1.65 Canadian buys you in your business building journey. $1.65 a day is all it costs to join the community. Anyway, cheers to the first Coffee and Biz Chat of 2022. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you. I want to hear, are you a marathon runner or are you a sprinter? And stay tuned for more updates and more coffee and biz chats, because I'll be doing these more often to support you this year in 2022. Thanks, everybody. I'm Michelle Andrishak, and I am here for you to help you build your business. Bye for now.